Adifat is my name. 3 days ago, we celebrated the International Youth Day, where it was actually observed by most states in the country, where each governor was actually like recognizing what the youth are actually doing in the economic recovery. And some governors actually like referenced participation of youth in the agri sector, which is to actually like which is supposed to focus on the food security in the country. But to look at it, is it really youth really going into agriculture, or is it that youths are not encouraged in the agri space? Okay, recently I did a survey where I actually interviewed some students who just finished their internship in Obafemi Awolowo University. I engaged a couple of them where they actually like told me most of them were given an agric to study in school, and they start to develop interest in that course, which means if they actually encouraged enough, they will practice. But the issue there now is they've started developing interest, but they don't, should I say, they are not encouraged enough to practice, because those that are even practicing are not really seeing the light because of some kind of challenges and lack of infrastructures or machineries that would make the work easy. Well, we commend the effort of some governors who are really investing in food security, and some that are also like getting to small older farmers some equipment that would make the practices easy. But here is an advice for someone who also studied agric, animal science to be precise, and who have also like engaged a number of students across the country. You see, most of farmers are aging here, and very soon they would retire, and of course their efficiency keep dropping day by day. Now, if we really want to like achieve this food security, first is let us focus or channel our energy into efficiency by providing some sort of machineries that would make this work kind of easy for farmers. You know, if you can create a kind of system that, you know, if I should decide that okay, I actually want to like go into production, probably planting on let's say 50 acres of land, I know that already I have an arm of government that's going to provide me with the machineries that I will be needing, even if it's going to be like in a subsidized rate. I know that I won't like be scared of going so large in my production. That's the first thing. And with that, efficiency is actually going to like large, and we all know that agric is one of the sector that provide most job. And other thing now is, what is the substitute or let me say a substituting plan we have for these aging farmers? Of course, there are a series of innovations in the agric space, talking about the precision farming, the precision livestock farming, likes of that. But these youths are not really encouraged enough. Okay, there was a space I joined under International Youth Day, where we have a couple of youths that are really like into agriculture, but I can tell you that they are not encouraged enough, and series of challenges have been coming on board. Now, one of the challenges that farmers are actually like facing lately is this lack of or let me say rainfall. You get, they have not really been rainfall that much, and here I say those that went into production and now like bitterly caned because they planted but there was no rain. And I can tell you that most of these people don't have irrigation system. So you get, there is no irrigation system. Now, what do you think would be like the hope of these guys that have actually like gone into farming and there is no irrigation system for them? So these are the aspects that our farmers can actually like go into. If you see that okay, we have someone or anyone who is actually interested in farming at large scale, you can decide to like okay, set up irrigation system for them. Here it gets, and with that there is going to be like food security, and everyone is actually going to eat. And with that also, they are actually going to like produce like large quantity of food that can serve more people. Then aside that, another attention should be placed, or we should focus some more attention in the youth, most especially those that are just graduating. Let us create some kind of let's say we can create a kind of community or a kind of club that will encourage their participation. And what can be done in this kind of club is, okay, let's take for instance you're picking livestock production, or as a case study. You can create, let's use poultry production as one of it. You can actually like have a large farm that actually like have different units of poultry, that it can be like assigned to each youth that is interested in that poultry farming. Okay, all the resources needed is there. What the youth is just going to do is to like manage the whole thing. You get, and in as much everything needed for that person for production is actually like available, I can tell that participation is actually going to be increased already. There is going to be like a system, because they know that of course by the time they start, and if they should actually start in that way, they can easily like generate that capital to start their own. You can actually like create that system that, okay, it's going to like last for, let's say, let's say 2 years per recent graduate or a fresh graduate. By the time that person would have spent 2 years during production, and the good part about let's say livestock production is it's not seasonal. You can like do your production anytime. You just have to like manage the climate condition of that environment. If you can actually like do something like that, it's really going to like encourage, you get, more youths to go into agriculture. You do the same thing for other aspects of agriculture, and with that, the food security we've actually like been crying for will definitely be achieved. Arifat is my name. We'll see you next time. Cheers.